Abraham, thank you so much for joining us today. So as we know, water scarcity is a problem in the country. In fact, Namibia, the most arid African country south of the Sahara, just give us an idea of where the majority of water in the country comes from and how this kind of affects your plans going forward when it comes to water development.
Thank you very much. Yes, we have organized a water conference in this country, which started yesterday, taking up to tomorrow, Friday, the 14th of September. Namibia, as you rightly put it, is the most dry country in sub-Saharan Africa. And this is due to the fact that we are in a subtropical climate. And we also have the well-known cold Benguela stream at the coast that is a problem to the influx of moisture into the country. So we rely heavily on the groundwater in this country. 60% of our water supply comes from groundwater. And the water that we have that is in the perennial rivers along the borders, which we share with our neighboring states. And therefore, we have really to come up with strategies that's going to assist us in ensuring that the few water that we have, limited water that we have to meet the needs of sustainable development in this country.
Talk to us about some of the emerging global trends when it comes to water management, because water scarcity, of course, and water security is not just an issue for Namibia, but it looks like it is going to be an issue for everyone going forward. How are some of these emerging trends most relevant to Namibia?
Yes, definitely the well-known effect of the climate change is a problem in Namibia as well. And we have really been working hard on developing the measures that could be taken to assist us in addressing those problems that are associated with the climate change. The drought is a phenomenon that is well known to this country. And sometimes we also get flash floods that also create problems. So what we have been doing and what we are trying to do through this conference is to look at new technologies and new initiatives and also developing the capacity of our people, especially our technical and engineering people, so that we can come up with new systems that will be able to address those problems. We are looking at unconventional systems like desalinating water from the coast and from the sea. We are also embarking upon desalinating brackish groundwater. Namibia is well known for reclamation of the wastewater. Windhoek have got the most known reclamation plant where we are reclaiming water from the sewage water. Yeah. And we are also doing a lot in terms of rainwater harvesting and water banking in the ground.
Okay, so let's talk about the investment that's required, because your minister, the minister that sits above you of Agriculture, Water and Forestry, is saying that the most important aspect, of course, is financial resources. What are the most obvious opportunities for the private sector right now?
Yeah, definitely there are several opportunities in terms of investment. We are having the infrastructure in place that had been there for a number of years. Therefore, we really need a serious replacement of our old and aging infrastructure. We also want to invest seriously into manufacturing. We have to import most of the water-related materials like the chemicals for water treatment, the spare parts, the engines. So most of the equipment that we need for the operations of the water sector are being imported, and we are looking forward to really developing manufacturing processes in Namibia.
Very quickly, the response from the private sector. I mean, what is their appetite to invest in kind of water development and areas in the water sector as opposed to other areas that are also agriculture, mining, of course, are two key areas in Namibia?
Yes, the other sectors like mining and agriculture are very key to our economic sector. For instance, the agriculture is the sector that employs most of the people in this country, and the mining sector is the sector that's actually contributing mostly to the GDP of this country. But without water, especially the uranium mining operations are all in the Namibian desert, and there's no water there. Therefore, we have really to come up with innovative strategies to ensure that these operators have sufficient water to operate. And with regards to the agricultural, definitely we are embarking upon large irrigation schemes, but our strategy is that such schemes should really be developed along the perennial rivers, which we are sharing with our neighboring countries. And we have really put in mechanisms in place where we are having strategies for equitable sharing of such water along the borders.
Abraham, thank you so much for joining us today. Very interesting conversation that I've had with you, Abraham Nehemia, Undersecretary of Water Affairs and Forestry in the Namibian Ministry of Agriculture.